So if you guys don't know, I'm not a fan of Stephanie White. Like, I think that's something that's been well known on this channel. If you guys agree with what I'm saying, subscribe. We are trying to hit 56,352 subscribers. We've lost 4 on the day, and we're trying to gain 1 subscriber. We're trying to gain 1 subscriber on the day. But so this is one of the things that this sums up why I can't stand Stephanie White as a basketball coach for Caitlin Clark. Like, I don't think that Stephanie White is a bad coach. Like, don't get it twisted. She's not a bad coach at all. I just don't think she's the right coach for Caitlin Clark. So let's take a listen to this right here. This was on the podcast with Steward.
But I think that's even been something like me and Steph have like always talk about when we go and watch film. And even like that New York game where like I played really, really well. Obviously scored a lot of points. I think I had 9 assists or 10 assists that game.
She was a rebound and assist off a 32-point triple-double. And like is the only reason her team's in the game. And let's be real, in the post-game press conference, Caitlin Clark Stephanie White made sure to give out about Caitlin Clark not passing the ball to Dantas. Like, we've seen Damiris Dantas play. She can't shoot. Why would Caitlin Clark pass the ball on an all-time heater to Dantas?
This last game this year. Mm-hmm. I started the fourth quarter off with like 3 turnovers in a row or 2 turnovers in a row. And Steph yanked me and she was like, this is like a learning moment. Like, you got to be able to like, yes, like maybe it could have been there. Like, maybe you could have thrown a little bit better of a pass. Maybe they could have caught it. But like, do we need that in this moment? Like,
I mean this when I say this. I would rather Caitlin Clark if Caitlin makes 4 of those crazy passes and 2 of them come off and 2 of them don't, I would rather her make that pass 4 times, because if those passes come off, it's a guaranteed 2 points. If they don't come off, you might concede. It is literally a mentality of playing not to lose or playing to win. And it's very clear that Caitlin Clark's mentality is we're playing to blow teams out. Whereas Stephanie White's mentality, you can see it by how they played, especially with Caitlin. Stephanie White's mentality, we saw, was why they were blowing so many 4-quarter leads. She tried to dribble the clock out. Stephanie White wants to dribble the clock out in the 4th quarter. And that's her natural instinct, is to dribble the clock out in the 4th quarter.
Like, no. Right. And then she subbed me back in. And there was a play where I kind of got a steal and like we're going in transition and Kelsey Mitchell just like takes off down the middle of the floor. And so there's like 2 people kind of by her. And I literally like go to grab the ball.
Any coach, and I mean this, any coach that makes the best passer in the WNBA not either give the ball to Kelsey Mitchell for an open layup or hit Sophie Cunningham for an open 3-point shot should not be listened to. The right thing, there's 2:25 to go. This is a 12-point game. The game is as good as over, but Caitlin has 2 choices to basically give them a basket. They can dagger the shot. At this stage, I don't care. You've won the game anyway. You have to do really dumb shit to lose the game. But like, there's no reason why Caitlin needs to take that dribble with the right hand. Caitlin Clark should have thrown the ball into this area here for Kelsey Mitchell to grab. Best case scenario, it's a right hand layup for Kelsey Mitchell, wide open. Worst case scenario, Breanna Ionescu helps in. You got a wide open Sophie Cunningham, and then the ball's kicked to Sophie Cunningham, and she's either wide open for 3 to shoot it, or she can hold the ball. The best case scenario is 2 points. It does not matter how much of the shot clock you burn in a 12-point game. It is better that you are up 14 than up 12.
And then I like just dribble out and I like literally just start smiling so big and I look at Steph.
She starts smiling when she makes an actual dumb play. Like, that's actually a dumb play to make. I'm sorry, like, we played the percentages. What is the likelihood that Caitlin Clark makes an assist to Kelsey Mitchell on that break? 85%. 85%. And the difference is, do you want to know what the difference is? Is that Caitlin gets a steal, dribbles in, hits Kelsey Mitchell, the crowd gets hyped. Is a crowd going to get hyped when you start dribbling the ball at the halfway line? And by the way, Caitlin's more likely to lose the ball trying to dribble in space in an isolation situation on Natasha Cloud than she is passing the ball to Kelsey Mitchell in that scenario. She had back-to-back turnovers. That turnover to Aaliyah Boston was a good pass. Aaliyah fumbled it. That's not Caitlin's fault.
And I like told her after the game.
That better be on film.
Yeah, I'm like, you don't understand how hard it was for me to not throw that. And
Yeah, because she should have thrown it.
she's like, oh, I know. Trust me. Everybody was like, we saw you about to throw that. But I think it's just like kind of a learning process. And it goes back to like even my shot thing. Like it's just time and score and understanding. I think that's like where I can still kind of improve. Like, do we really need that like sequence of a game? Like, have we just scored twice or have we just missed 2 shots?
Normally, like this, Caitlin Clark's a player that plays off instinct. Like, Caitlin is a player who plays off instinct. Caitlin's a player who goes on runs. The problem is that if Caitlin starts overthinking, she doesn't go on the runs. The runs are when Caitlin just decides. And you've heard it, like, if you ever hear Paige talk about the Oklahoma game, which is her best ever college game, she says, you know what, it was just a blur. It was just a blur. Basically, she was playing off instinct. It was a blur. She didn't know what was happening. She was just scoring. When Caitlin goes into off instinct, it's a blur. I'm just going to assist 4 times in a row and score 6 points in a row. When Caitlin overthinks, she plays bad. She does. And this is a coach who clearly does not want Caitlin Clark to be Caitlin Clark. Because I'm sorry, like, you take the positives with the negatives with Caitlin. Yes, 1 of every 5 times she tries to pull off the spectacular, she will do something dumb. And there are times where she tries to pull off the spectacular at different times in games and it doesn't work out. That is fine. You live with that. Especially because you're not pulling a player who literally makes 10 times the amount of dumb plays that Caitlin Clark does in Kelsey Mitchell. Like, why does she have such a big leash to do dumb shit when Caitlin Clark gets pulled when she turned? Caitlin Clark had a 32, 8 and 8 game. Sorry, 9 and 8. 32 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds. Or was it 9-9? Either way, she was within 2 of a triple-double and 32 points. Caitlin Clark was the best player on the floor by a mile. She's getting whipped for learning moments while you've got a player who goes, meep, meep, run, dribble. And by the way, like, I'm not, everyone's being like, I hate Kelsey Mitchell. I've made it very clear there are 2 versions of Kelsey Mitchell. I love one version of Kelsey Mitchell. I hate one version of Kelsey Mitchell. It just depends on the game which version of Kelsey Mitchell shows up. There is either the off-ball cutter, extraordinaire, relocation, catch and shoot, running the floor like a wide receiver, Kelsey Mitchell. And then there is dribble, step back, long 2, brick. Like, they're 2 different versions of Kelsey Mitchell. And the thing is that she fully allows Kelsey Mitchell to do as much dumb shit as she wants. But Caitlin Clark does something that I don't even think is dumb, but she deems as being an incorrect play. And all the outcome is that Caitlin Clark makes a dumb play. Like in this scenario here, let's take a look. Let's take a look right here. I'm sorry. Caitlin Clark not throwing a lob pass to this area right here is a bad play. You throw the lob pass over Kennedy Burke. Kennedy Burke's not athletic enough. You hit Kelsey Mitchell for a wide open layup. That is the play. Anything else is a dumb play. I don't care about what Stephanie White says. Anything else is not only a dumb play, you don't run, the crowd doesn't get involved, and it makes the game boring. Stephanie White wants Caitlin to be boring. It's very clear. Stephanie White likes the idea of Caitlin Clark. She doesn't. It's not a premise and principle and teach them about too much of it risks undoing some of the good. For example, play below is safe for a good finisher in Kelsey. Steph White is to overcoach Caitlin Clark. This isn't discussing the all telling the best pass in the league to not make a pass, you're making her sleep. In this case, she was riding a team at the Liberty, one of the best scoring teams in the league. The way you win is by not scoring so fast and limiting their possessions. You're up 12 points with 2 minutes to go. The way you win is by making it 14. Kelsey had a wide open layup. Like, this is not like it was a difficult pass. It was a wide open layup. She literally passed up an open layup. Not for her, but she passed up an open layup for her team because she had her coach in the back of her head. And like, I don't like hearing that. Because this is a player who plays off instinct. This is a player who plays off runs. This is a player who plays aggressive. If there's any passiveness in Caitlin Clark, I'm sorry, the Stephanie White wants you to be Paige Bueckers. But like, if Stephanie White really wants you to be Paige Bueckers, go to Amber and be like, look, I'm clearly not the player this coach wants. Go trade me for Paige. Go trade me for Paige. Go send me to Dallas. I don't care. Like, go send me to Dallas for Paige. If that's what she wants. Because she wants Caitlin Clark to be Paige Bueckers. It's very clear she wants Caitlin to be Paige. And I'm not saying she doesn't think Caitlin's great. But she very clearly does not like the way Caitlin plays. I don't think she dislikes Caitlin. I don't think she doesn't think Caitlin's a generational player. I think she thinks she can mold Caitlin Clark into the player that she wants Caitlin Clark to be, which is Paige Bueckers, who is a player that's not as good as Caitlin Clark.